And so I came up with these 6 things. It's basically 6 strategies. And one of them is to develop a key team, a sort of a racehorse team. So hire the best and fire the worst, because really it's not just the top-down leadership in these cases, in crisis or in normal times. It's really having that bench strength, constantly and constantly improving that. So,
And do you look for that? Sorry to interrupt. Do you look for that team internal to those organizations, or is it a mixture of internal and external?
yeah, I think, sorry about that. I'm not be able to grab that, but it will go away.
That's right.
I think that's a great question. One thing I want to bring up today, because, in this time, we're probably all thinking about what are we going to do next? And organizations are also probably thinking, who do I need to keep? Who do I need to let go? I think it's important to look both internally, for sure, and not just say, well, this person is a marketing person, so there's no other way they can do operations. And I think also when you're hiring from outside the organization, I'm a big believer, and I think I may be on the outside. I think, organizations are changing more in the last 5 years than they have, but I'm a really big believer in what can you bring to the organization? I don't care that you were in the arts for 20 years. As a matter of fact, it's probably a good idea. I think that, and again, there's no easy answer to this, but I think you have to look around at what your resources are currently, where you want to go, and what you need, what kind of resources you need to get there. And I'm not just talking financial; I'm talking about human capital as well.
Sure.
And bring people into the organization that makes sense. What I've been seeing a lot, especially in the last 10 years, is kind of these knee-jerk reactions to bad management. Boards were like, well, we've had this, this person or these people as executive directors for the last 20 years. They've all come from within the industry. Let's get someone from the outside. Let's get a corporate person in here. Yeah, that may be a good idea. I'm not saying it's not a bad idea, but it's not one or the other. It's what do you need, and is that corporate person going to be the right person? Um, uh, same thing with corporations, by the way. I think this is why I loved, you and I talked about this the other day. It's why I loved about going to Drucker School. He 60 years ago had this figured out, that there are positives in both the for-profit and the nonprofit, and let's bring those two things together. So I think that as a long answer to your question, but basically I think you need to look at, what do you need? What are the skills? What are the experiences you need? And then bring people on that have what I call the 3 C's. They're curious, they're creative, and they're committed. And if you have that kind of team, that can do anything, go anywhere.
Yeah.